That's the truth. That's the old WWF I was in. It was the best, but that's the worst of it with Vince McMahon, with me personally. So the final, I'm not trying to take up this whole interview. You definitely have your turn to talk. But the final straw you talk about with Vince got so pissed at me, he called me up to a room, which was his Rochester TV in December. And so he comes up and we're going to talk about the heel change, and I'm going to turn heel. So December, January, February, March, to WrestleMania 4 in Trump Plaza. So he comes up with and he has 2 Corona beers. I don't even drink, but he knows I drink Corona when I do. Every once in a while I have one with Randy Savage. So I go in the bathroom, Vince and I are talking, come in the bathroom, come back out, we're sitting, we're talking about it, and I drank about half the beer, and I started feeling, you know, I got halcyoned. And as I got up, I seen Pat Patterson in the doorway. Vince was here, giggling, laughing. I can remember that. All I remember is I got up, I started almost to pass out. I just remember going to the bed. That's all I remember. I woke up the next morning, and I was completely naked. I had my wrestling boots on, untied. I was naked with the Billy Jack hat covering my and I had over my face. Now, I was abused as a kid, so I know what it's like to be abused. So if anybody thinks that's funny, I quit. A week later, I quit because I found out I couldn't believe that actually happened, because the halcyon fucks your head up so much. But it happened. And did I report it? No, I didn't. A lot of people don't report that shit. You know, Tom Zenk didn't report getting either when he was with the Can-Am Connection. That's why he left. That's why he got drug addict out and committed suicide. There's all kinds of wrestlers that have died of drug addiction through Vince McMahon's non-prescription routine with 4 or 5 doctors on the road.
Well, now you have me interested on this Tom Zenk story. I want to know about this Tom Zenk story.
Oh shit! I knew I broke in with Tom, helped break him in Minnesota when he came to Portland. So I mean, there's a lot of shit that a lot of people don't know. That people think I'm nuts. I'm not nuts. I've just been abused my whole life and was going to take it to the grave. Now that I'm probably dying, I'm ready to talk about it.
Now let's hold there. Does that story sound unbelievable to you?
I'm not going to comment on it, but that I don't believe is the one I heard. And
well, that's secondhand information if you heard it from somebody else. I mean, you're hearing it from me today.
Right.
Do you believe what I'm telling you?
I don't know what to say about that. I don't disbelieve it. I would say anything's possible with the stuff that went on back then. There was definitely people getting drugged, and that was one thing that I found offensive on the NWA show this past week. They did a comedy sketch about Austin Idol coming up with this kayfabe cocktail as if it's a big joke that wrestlers used to drug each other, and I don't find that funny at all.
I don't
so
either.
I'm against that. So it's possible you may have been drugged. I will not put that past anybody in those days.
Yeah, there's a lot of people halcyoning girls too, and I told on this radio show, halcyon the girl I know, and got her in bed. And when I run into again, I got a problem with him. I would tell that to everybody here too. So it happens.
What's the issue with Scott Hall?
He halcyoned a girl in Orlando, Florida in 1985. And it was a girl I used to go out with, and she told me about 6 months ago. So I'll have a talk with him. You know?
So what were you saying about Tom Zenk? Everyone always wanted to know why he left. They always said he couldn't handle the road schedule.
That's all bullshit, man. Zenk, that's why they put was Tito Santana with him. And they went as the Can-Am Connection was first.
No, it was Martel and Zenk, wasn't it?
Yeah, Martel and Tom Zenk, Can-Am Connection. And they were getting over fantastic. They were on the WrestleMania 3 card with me, and then they were going to get a big push. And then all of a sudden, Tom Zenk is gone 2 weeks after when they come back from WrestleMania, and he's history. He's gone. And I said, what happened? He goes, I don't want to talk about it. I said, he went back to Portland for a while, my hometown, and that's where I live. So, and then I finally found out that he got halcyon himself, and he got ripped. He got his ripped.
Yeah, I hate to laugh at that, but that's horrible.
And Zenk cried. I actually took the man in my arms, and he cried on my shoulder as a man. And Tom Zenk is a man, and it ruined his life. He died at 59, complete drugged out alcoholic. I had to see him go through that. I've been through it myself, man. So.
Well, you're entitled to spread whatever stories you want on here. That's your forum. He loves hearing about it, so.
I mean, this is the man's life. It's not stories.
He's entitled to tell whatever he wants.
So, you're suggesting that the stories might be fabricated or exaggerated?
I'm not suggesting anything. I wasn't there.
So they could be true?
Anything's possible. Anything is possible.
I just, I keep looking over at you. And when I do, I see me 30 years ago and it's freaking me out.
Can I ask a question? Doesn't that touch you a little bit? The fact that the man is calling you like a possible, like he looks at you and sees you to be a son, does that make you feel like a little bit more affectionate feelings towards Billy Jack Haynes? I mean, that's a pretty nice thing to say about somebody.
I'm not affectionate towards any man.
Well, not. And I mean,
I
I'm
love
just
female.
No,